If you've been watching this channel, you know I film on a Onewheel. I shoot with a mirrorless camera on a gimbal, and I use 360 cameras. In this video, I'll talk about 5 products I recently picked up that make filming my rides better. And while we're talking about those, I'll weave in some tips about how to make ride videos that people actually want to watch. Let's get started. First product on the list is the Bushmanclaremont monopod. I wanted a longer selfie stick for my 360 camera so that I could get more in frame without having to distort the image using the wider fields of view. This monopod extends to 60.6 inches, which is way longer than the standard Insta360 invisible selfie stick. But what I love about it most is that it includes a counterweight that reduces the strain on my forearm when carrying the camera that far out. Having the counterweight shifts the balance point toward where you're holding the pole, effectively making the camera feel weightless. And it hides perfectly in the stitch line, even when it's fully extended. When filming with 360 cameras, keep it steezy, don't take it easy. One of the great things about 360 cameras is it allows you to focus on riding instead of where to point the camera. So have fun and carve. Play with different camera heights and compositions. And finally, in your edit, cut to include only your best moments. Next on the list is the DJI RSC2 Pro package. When filming with the big camera, it's tougher to get stable footage. Using the gimbal, you can get more usable shots than you'd get if you shoot handheld. The DJI RSC2 Pro package takes that to the next level with through-the-lens object tracking enabled by their Raven Eye system. My camera connects over HDMI to the Raven Eye, and that image is sent wirelessly in real time to my iPhone. I can draw a box around my subject, and the gimbal will pan and tilt to keep my subject in frame. What I love about this feature is it keeps my subject in the same part of the frame. It doesn't change the composition while the tracking is working. It's magic. This allows me to focus on riding safely while filming. If the object tracking gets confused, I can just double tap the trigger and it will recenter the gimbal. When I'm not using the gimbal and I need to pack it away, it folds down and the axes lock to fit easily in my product number 3, the Peak Design 30-liter everyday camera backpack. I carry too much stuff, but often while riding, I want space to put my gimbal, my hypercharger, my 360 camera, some lens filters, charging cables, maybe even extra space to put my jacket in case the weather changes. The big top pocket with the magnetic latch is super convenient. I tend to over-index on using this area for storing things that I access the most. I lower the first divider to fit the gimbal and the hypercharger at least. The side access pockets take a little getting used to, but if I pack for the task at hand, I can usually get to what I need without trouble. Something that's always in my bag is product number 4, the Rode Wireless Go. If we trusted only the in-camera audio while we were riding, we'd only get wind noise. So I keep the Rode Wireless Go on me so I can mic myself or another rider, and I really feel like this is the difference maker for the videos on this channel. I just invested in the Rode Wireless Go 2 and I'm using it heavily in my next video that comes out very shortly. Make sure you're subscribed so you can see that. For the Rode Wireless Go 2, one of the small things that makes a big difference is they fix the windscreens to be a twist lock and they stay in place even if you tug at them. And now that there's 2 receivers to 1 transmitter, I've experimented with clipping a mic on my shoe and onto another rider to record audio. When you don't have a mic with a windscreen, really your only other option is to drop the audio out completely, have impeccable music taste, and edit to the beat. Now don't get me wrong, editing to music can be done well. Head over to Cinematic Souls. His YouTube channel has some great examples of that. Product number 5 that plays a big part in improving my experience filming and riding is the Onewheel XR. The XR with its wider wheelbase is more stable for my gimbal and camera adventures. When I need to speed up and catch up with other riders, the higher top speed as compared to the Pint really helps. In my interview video with Onewheel Wing, I was riding a Pint while filming and he was on the XR. He slowed down a lot so that I didn't have to ride against pushback, which I appreciate. These days, I'm on the XR and I can ride faster and still film. If you choose to try this yourself, please ensure your video gear, make sure you're really comfortable riding your board, and above all else, prioritize your safety. If you haven't taken a recent look at the Onewheel mileage leaderboard, you may have missed that Onewheel Wing smashed the 25,000 mile milestone on his Onewheel XR. That means he put in enough miles to do a lap around the planet Earth. The DMV Onewheel riders banded together to get him a gift to celebrate this amazing milestone. And in the next video on this channel, I'll reveal what that is. Please subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when that video drops. Stay safe, y'all.
We're out here celebrating the fact that I lapped the planet Earth in miles on my Onewheel.